The murder of
Alright, we got another one for y'all. Poetik Flakko gives us a face and a name to who supposedly killed Draco the Ruler. Excuse me, Draco the Ruler. Now, as always, we don't know until you're found guilty or something, so we just can't say. But we about to go ahead and dive into this one, and y'all be patient because this video is about 27 minutes long. Let's get into it.
rapper Draco the Ruler has been unsolved until today. Because in this video, I'm revealing the name of the person who killed Draco the Ruler, I'm revealing the face of the person who killed Draco the Ruler, and I'm breaking down in grave details how they were able to kill Draco the Ruler at a packed-out festival.
Chaos at a packed concert featuring rap legends like Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube. A person was stabbed and police have shut down the show.
Well, a man is reported dead after being stabbed at a concert in Exposition Park last night. TMZ is reporting the victim was rapper Draco the Ruler. It happened around 8:30 last night during the Once Upon a Time in LA Music Festival being held at the Bank of California Stadium.
A couple of days ago, I made a post where I announced I'm about to expose and reveal who killed a really famous LA rapper.
Now, like I said, he's sitting there dressed in red and all of that. I don't think he planned on going back to LA because it just ain't gonna be safe for you, brother. Just stay out of LA.
A lot of famous LA rappers have died. I never said the name of who I was about to expose. But when that post went up, almost immediately, hit dogs began hollering. One of the hit dogs who's been hollering the loudest, trying to get me not to drop this video, is Inglewood family blood Munchie B, who Draco the Ruler famously dissed in his Inglewood diss when he says, "I just dropped 50 on a blind ninja, he ain't see it coming." He was talking about Munchie B. Munchie B thought that targeting me and my parents for something one of my relatives did would sway me from dropping this video. It didn't. Munchie would even make a threat that he wasn't done with me and he was gonna be at me every day if I dropped this video.
Frederick, your real name, you know what I'm saying? But whatever, Frederick, Jala. I'm gonna tell you why your name, that last name on Inglewood family. Any female need to run from the Jala last name. It ain't straight. On any resume, it ain't straight. I swear to God, bro. Flakko. I'm not done right here, bro. I'm on your bumper because you're a you's a horny frog, bro.
On Bloods, why this nigga so mad? Come on, Blood, I don't understand. Blood, why this nigga so mad? Swoop! Because I'm confused, all right? If you have nothing to do with Draco the Ruler's death, if you or your...
He playing with their culture too, man, this ain't gonna turn out good, man. I'm thinking he think because he's not in LA that he can do that. But people got reach everywhere sometimes. Stay safe, brother.
Homies and Inglewood families have nothing to do with Draco the Ruler's death, then why are you going so hard trying to get me not to drop this video? Once that didn't work, another blood from Inglewood called Frosty the Snowman, who in my opinion was put up to this by Munchie B, called Adam 22 and began to threaten Adam 22 that if I drop this video exposing Draco the Ruler's killer, that they're gonna treat it as if No Jumper dropped it. This is just age-old LA tactics.
This kind of content it's gonna get treated like No Jumper's the ones dropping that content.
Definitely.
Which
he's right.
On one hand, I think Flakko's totally within his right to expose whatever the he wants to say about an ongoing investigation, because I mean, it's not any different than what happens in the real media world where the New York Times, if they find out that there's an investigation going on,
they not gonna do nothing to Adam. That's a fact. They only hurt their own kind, man. Adam been doing this for years and ain't nothing happened. Y'all only gonna hurt y'all own kind.
Into a alleged crime that Donald Trump committed, they are going to publish an article.
We've been dealing with LA bullies our entire life. The reason why they contacted Adam when them coming at my family and me didn't do anything is because they think, well, Flakko is associated with No Jumper, so if Adam, you know, can get scared, then maybe Adam will scare Flakko into not doing it, or if Adam tells Flakko, hey man, if you drop it, your job is at risk, bro. Just, again, LA bully tactics that didn't work, right? Because Adam isn't terrified, isn't scared. Nobody is scared of gangbangers anymore, blood. That's a fact. All right, gangbangers don't scare nobody. So, of course, none of it works. But I'm confused as to why Munchie B is going this hard because I'm in gang members' business. When Munchie B has kept me in gang members' business for as long as I known him. Somebody go ask Munchie B how me, a civilian from North Dakota, knows who shot and killed Rosemo in Inglewood. Go ask him.
Now, Rosemo is the guy that was supposedly knocked the game out in the Fox Hill Mall while he had his kid with him. If a lot of people don't know, just a quick touch up on history.
The streets don't think I'm bluffing. I'm gonna give the streets a hint of safe, something right now that only the streets would know that I know. That's the hint. Now, I would never reveal this information, but if Munchie B have kept me in the streets business for a long time, why is he all of a sudden mad that I'm doing street content? Is it because he's intimately involved with Draco the Ruler's death? See, I asked Munchie B this on the No Jumper show.
Again, from my perspective, if Munchie is saying he has nothing to do with that, then why Munchie B so invested that he's willing to diss me and go out the way to cause this much trouble?
Hey, Flakko, hey. Hey, look.
Munchie B answer that question though. If Munchie B has
He looking for a certain answer. I ain't gonna give it to him.
Going out of his way.
I feel like he's the only pod.
Now I'm completely lost because it's Crips sitting right next to him. What's going on with these LA politics?
Caster from Inglewood family, so he feels like it's kind of on him.
So the families have something to do with that.
I don't know what you talk. What are we talking about, bro?
Okay, let's be real.
Ask my question again.
When it comes to Bloods, Munchie is obviously kind of it has always been at the forefront of the Draco versus the Bloods beef. So I feel like it's not really that surprising that Munchie ends up speaking on behalf of the other side of that, right?
I think like the
Munchie B has said he has nothing to do with that. The Bloods had nothing to do with that. Family had nothing to do with that. So again, if Munchie B and Inglewood families had nothing to do with that, then why is Munchie B so passionate about this and is causing this much trouble and dissing me over a potential video that don't even exist yet?
What was I trying to do, Munchie? Well, if Munchie B don't want to give the world an answer as to why he's so upset I'm doing this video, then I'll give the world the answer. The reason why Munchie B is so upset is because the person who killed Draco the Ruler, the person who took the knife and actually stabbed Draco the Ruler, well, that person is really close to Munchie B. But of course, I'm not saying anything new because Munchie B.
And Flakko can only know this information if you was telling him. How do he know who close to you and who not? Who you passing the bottles to? Y'all got to shut y'all mouths, man. But people want to glorify and want people to know that they the cause of something to look tough and gangster. Now, you about to go to jail for $200-something that No Jumper pays y'all? Idiots.
Slipped up and said on Clubhouse that he passed a bottle to Draco the Ruler's killer almost every day.
No,
Man, Draco is dead, bro. What are we talking about? Don't make me disrespectful.
Hold on, homie.
Hey, bro, look. Hold on. Hey, you know Draco shit used to be on the table and ain't there no more, right? Hold on. You know Draco shit was on the table and ain't there no more, right? Hold on. You do know I did. I said Draco and his brother worked there on Friday. You know on there every Tuesday, right? Shut your dumb ass up, bro.
Now that's what I was saying. Ralphie the Plug be in the same building, so you must be scary as Casper the Ghost, boy. You got to be, cause ain't no way.
Hey, bro. Hey, Draco is dead, bro. Hey, bro. Bro, the nigga that killed Draco, I passed the bottle back and forth to him all the time. What are we talking about? Bro, Draco is dead, bro. Draco is dead, bro. Why are you talking about that nigga?
Hey, bro, you heard what I just said, right?
Draco put 50 on a blind nigga and he's dead. Why are you talking about him?
Draco the Ruler ain't never dead, as long live the ruler forever. But I'm glad you said that because it's time to expose which one of Munchie B's friends who killed Draco the Ruler that he passes the bottle to every day. And I'm also glad, Munchie, that you contacted the Crips to apologize for saying too much because your homie is responsible for other people's deaths. I'm glad you called and apologized and confirmed that your homie is the killer of Draco the Ruler. I'm glad you did that, Munchie. I'm glad you were dumb enough to confess that your homie is the one who killed Draco the Ruler. Now, unfortunately for you, I got his identity, his name, and let's expose that right now. When Draco the Ruler was initially invited to the festival that he lost his life at, he was skeptical. He was reluctant to go. Because when you look at the flyer for the festival, YG was also set to perform. And obviously Draco and the world was well aware that while YG was discussing Draco the Ruler on No Jumper, YG told Adam 22 that he's not doing no rap beef with Draco, right? Him and his dudes beef for real. And if it's beef, which it was with YG and Draco, him and his dudes is gonna come and get you. Draco understood that was a threat towards him, and that YG was publicly stating that they're gonna come and get Draco.
Like, people be knowing, like, if you know, you know.
And here they go on a podcast again, talking about street politics. These dudes are fanned out like a chick be when the camera come out. She'll do anything. That's these LA rappers. They'll do anything when that camera come out.
If you don't, you don't. I'm not finna be going out there doing no rap diss and shit. It's like, if it's smoke, it's really smoke with us. We ain't playing, you know? So, like, I'm gonna tell the homies the same shit, bro. I done told D3 that, like, we ain't doing none of that weird shit for nothing, for the rap. No, we not on none of that. We trying to make hits. We gonna move around, get rich, have fun. All that rap beef and all that shit. We not rap beefing, we really beefing. The homies gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we ain't even trying to do that. We chilling. We not on that. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what I tell the homies. That's what I tell the homies that who I be with, that I hang with. You know what I'm saying? Like D3 young, bro, that's not cool. Like, we ain't doing none of that.
Right. It's kind of like a shortcut to like getting you a couple million views.
As reluctant as he was, Draco still agreed to come to the festival and perform for several reasons. A, he was being paid $50,000 to come and perform. And then two, Snoop Dogg personally called Draco and asked him to come to the festival and perform. Draco had love for Snoop, so he couldn't turn that down. And Draco also got assurance from people he respected like Wack 100, who told him that they will be there as well. So if he come early enough, they'll be able.
Now, I don't know why he thought Wack 100 insurance was good. I don't know him, but from the videos we see, the whole LA seems to have beef with him. That's the last person advice or guarantee I would have took about my safety. Just being real.
To link up with him, and he will have some reinforcement. However, Draco the Ruler came super late and came after Wack 100 and his crew already left.
We was actually waiting on Draco to make sure he got in and out right, but shit, we waited on him an hour and something. You know, I had 100 tickets. I had 4 artists performing. I had Game, I had Blueface, Coyote, and True Car. So I told Nephew we was gonna wait up for him and make sure he got in and out of there right. But after holding Blue and holding Game and the team a whole hour, they was with it. And like, bro, we don't think he gonna show up, let's roll. I called his little brother and then was there early, about 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And you know, they was good. By the time we got to the Sprinter and got to the freeway, we got the call, he was dead.
Draco needed every one of those numbers to save his life, because the plot to murder Draco was already in place by the time Draco got to the festival. Now, the reason why Draco was so late to the festival is because he had to make multiple stops before getting to the festival. So Draco and his security guard met up at his home in the hills. Draco and his security guard left his house in the hills and drove over to the Awful Lot of Costera parking lot to link up with Ralphie, K7, Chief and Heavily, and others to then drive over to the festival. Before they started driving over to the festival, Draco had a conversation with everybody he was with. He told everybody, get rid of whatever you guys have on you. Get rid of any guns, anything illegal you guys have on you, get rid of it right now. Draco didn't want to get to the festival and have problems with the police or security. So he told his crew, whatever you guys have on you, get rid of it right now. Everybody who was with Draco got rid of everything illegal they had on them before they began to drive over to.
My people would have had to keep something, or I would have went with about 3 or 4 armed security guards. But we ain't getting rid of nothing, and we don't know what the other people gonna be on like that. And unfortunately, it cost him his life.
Festival. While Draco was driving over to the festival, he was getting live updates from members of his entourage, like Donut, who was already at the festival. Draco had a hunch something was wrong, so he had people at the festival setting parameter and just like testing the temperature and looking at who was already there. Draco felt a little more at ease as they got closer to the festival because the people he had in place at the festival already was telling Draco, yo, we ran across YG and his homies and these bloods that we don't get along with, but they seen us, they know we are a part of your entourage and we're part of your crew, and they didn't do nothing or say nothing to us. So it looks like everything is chill. At the time, they seen that as a positive sign. But looking back in hindsight, that was a negative sign.
Because like I said, we was there checking in. We've been there all day. I personally was there all day. I ain't gonna say who I was with, but I checked, part of the check-in team. So we there. They said, damn, you go with the homies. Now let's stay here, man. Make sure it's cool for them. Make sure it's, feasible. Niggas got comfortable. It's comfortable. We run into everybody who we think we gonna bump heads with. Ain't nothing happens. A couple of us. Nothing happens.
In hindsight, that was a bad sign. They seen you guys. They didn't get along with you guys, but nobody said nothing. That's because y'all weren't the target. They weren't gonna set it off with the entourage and now everybody gets kicked out and then they miss Draco when Draco come in. No, Draco the Ruler was the target from the very beginning. Draco was walking into a literal death trap. Everybody.
You know somebody really wants you when they see your people and they don't do nothing. I definitely would have took that as my antennas would have went up. You ain't rolling on the people? Come on, you should have knew already they was waiting on that boy to get there.
Was colluding against Draco the Ruler. When Draco, his security guard, Ralphie, K7, Chief and Heavily, when they got to the festival, they went to the security entrance for the artist. When they got to the security entrance for the artist, the security guard said, "What's up, blood?" And they told Draco the Ruler they can't go through that entrance, even though Draco the Ruler was performing and he was an artist. And he's like, what? Wait, why can't I come through this entrance? Nah, blood, you gotta go to that other entrance. As they was driving to the other entrance, there was a van in front of them. They watched the van drive all the way through the security entrance and didn't get checked at all. But when Draco and his crew of people got there, their cars got checked. They got stripped. They got checked as if this was like the airport security, bro. They couldn't even bring a lighter in. But a van in front of them went right through. This is when Draco ignored a couple of signs that was supposed to trigger something within him. The van before you got right through.
I just said.
Without being checked. The security guard, who was a blue.
I just said that. His antennas were supposed to went right up.
I told you, you can't go through the artist entrance. You had to go through this other entrance you had no idea of. Clearly something was up. After they was done getting checked, they got the green light to proceed further. And when they was driving up, they went past that van. And the van that didn't get checked, when they drove past it, they seen members from YG crew, 400 members. They were in that van. When they finally hopped out the vehicle, they began to walk past several members of 400 and YG crew with 400 shirts on. They also walked past several BPS members. One member right here you see have a Cardinals jacket on. When Draco finally walked in, it was a literal united Blood Nation front against Draco. A private investigator says when he reviewed the footage of Draco at the festival getting into the altercation that took his life, he counted 113 blood members who swarmed Draco. It was perfectly clear this wasn't something that happened on the whim. This was something that was carefully and strategically.
113 red rags. He didn't have a chance, man. Not one chance.
Planned out. This was a murder that was planned out days in advance. Because when Draco walked in, people had on ski masks. A rapper named K7 who was fighting next to Draco identified the man who was able to sneak in the knives to give to the assassins. His name is Gloves. He was YG's security guard for years, and he still is.
Chill. I'm speaking facts, bro. YG in real life, and all the bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm so mad, bro. On my mama, bro. YG did some hoe, bro. And if I see Cuz, I'ma slap the shit with that. On all this puff talking like they hard, bro, but they fighting big ass security. You got those security guards fighting. Like, come on, bro. That's cool, bro. On my mama, bro. Them the big ass ball security guard snuck in knives, all type of weird.
The person he's saying snuck the knives in that was used to kill Draco is a man by the name of Big Gloves, as you see right here. He's YG's security guard. Anywhere you see YG, you see him. This was strategically and methodically planned because as soon as Draco walked in at 8:30, and by 8:32, it already sparked off. They were already in place, already had their knives, waiting.
So you telling me the people that was already there that said they didn't have any problems when they saw the opposition, y'all ain't checked the temperature? Like, why is so many people here? That's just weird.
Draco to walk in so they could murder Draco.
We got there at 8:30. It was cracking at 8:32, like type shit. Like,
wow.
Yeah, that's the type of shit. Yeah.
Now this boy career must be destroyed because you had no jumper for $200-300 too, and you chilling in the same building with the people who be dissing your brother and had something to do with it supposedly. Yeah, just pack you all the way up.
I think your mom said it was around 40 to 60 men in masks.
No, it was like 100 or something.
Really?
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
What do you say to people saying it was a setup? Because they were saying he shouldn't have been on the same bill as some of those other people at all.
I mean, shit, it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, you know, they're not. I wouldn't say, you know what I'm saying. That if you know, you know. Like, you know what I'm saying. We pulled up at 8:30, 8:32. It was cracking like this, shit like that.
So I'm guessing you saw it happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything happened in motion. Like, you know what I'm saying, right then and there. It wasn't no 70 people who's packing out Draco. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just happened right there.
Yeah.
I feel like it just happened like all in one motion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody ever got to Draco, like, to just get Draco. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was all in one motion.
Yeah.
The footage of them getting swarmed from 100 Bloods, from Pyrus to Inglewood families to BPS, that's on YouTube. Now, if you look at the still shot from this video, you see Draco is behind his security. Draco is still swinging, but he's behind his security. Now, a lot of people mistakenly believe this is the footage of Draco getting stabbed. It's not. When they walked in, they walked past BPS members, Inglewood family members, a lot of Bloods, they weren't fazed. They began to walk, trying to get to their place, trying to get on stage, trying to perform. Draco homie Chiefin Heavily, who has a store in LA, he falls behind. And as he falls behind the group, they try to rob him for his chain. Some Blood members try to rob him for his chain. When they try to rob him, he was able to escape. And he runs over to Draco, Ralphie, and the crew and says, yo, they just try to rob me. Some Bloods try to rob me. Draco says, what? Draco's security, Coop, tells Draco, hey, yo, keep pushing. Keep going. Draco said, F that, who did it? As Draco turned around to try to figure out who tried to rob his homies, they swarmed them.
Should have kept pushing like your security told you, because that millisecond makes a difference. By the time he was saying what, he probably could have already been to the door. Sometimes you got to use your head.
They absolutely swarmed them. Now, they was fighting for about a minute. Draco did not get stabbed in that video. Draco did not get stabbed in that video. They were fighting for about a minute. As they were fighting for about a minute, LAPD begins to walk down, so the crowd begins to disperse. However, there's people still there. Now, LAPD is shouting, the security guard is shouting at LAPD, yo, get them, get them. Multiple dudes then bum rush Draco and his security guard, Coop. Coop then was able to get one dude, but then the other dude was able to go around Coop and stab Draco in his neck and stabbed him. Coop is yelling at LAPD, get him! LAPD then flashed the light, and before they could flash the light, the dude took off. But who was that dude that stabbed Draco in his neck? Who was it? He's a friend of Munchie B called Frankenstone. His legal name is Frank Williams. Now, this particular screenshot right here is footage from another murder Frank Williams is involved in. We are not going to show the footage.
Bro just out here catching one after the other. That's crazy, boy. Like, it's legal.
Or identify the victim of the murder, because we personally don't want to include the victim in anything out of respect for him and his family. That footage that I'm not gonna show nor identify who the victim was, that footage is of Frankenstone, AKA Frank Williams, stabbing another victim in the neck after an altercation at an after party spot. He murdered this victim the same way he murdered Draco. The victim held his hand out to shake Frank Williams' hand. Frank Williams refused to shake his hand and then stalked him all across the building and then ultimately stabbed him. Now, the police believe that he did this to promote or assist the Black Peace Stones. He's currently out on bail as he's fighting this murder case. Now, when he found out,
now I'm guessing that's the one he was saying that was on house arrest, right?
that I was going to do this video about him, that I was going to identify him as the man who stabbed and killed Drakeo the Ruler, he deleted his Instagram, his Facebook. He deleted all traces of himself from online. But it's too late for him to run and hide. The police have identified him because people who were present has identified him as the one who did it. Not only is the police identifying him as a suspect in this, but the streets, him and his homies, have told people that he was the one who stabbed and killed Draco. The streets credit him, Frankenstone, Frank Williams, as the one.
All right, that's what we gonna leave it at. We got the identity, we got the details, and shout out to this video for Poetik Flakko. Boy, you taking a risk that I don't think nobody really want to be involved in. Stay safe out there, brother. Y'all don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, help us boost these videos so we can get these watch hours up. Until the next reaction, we're going to see y'all. Peace.